Informasi akan kami hadirkan untuk Anda. Kita jelang inilah live update petang selengkapnya. Informasi pertama, Tribunnews didampingi di Rut Bank NTT Bupati Heri melaunching pembayaran online PBB 9 pajak daerah dan BPHTP. Bupati Manggarai, Heribertus GL Nabit ini didampingi Direktur Utama Bank NTT Hari Alexander Riwukaho melaunching pembayaran secara online atau digital untuk pajak bumi dan pembangunan atau PBB 9 pajak daerah dan bea perolehan hak atas tanah dan bangunan atau BPHTB. Kegiatan launching ini berlangsung di ruang lobi kantor Bupati Manggarai pada Senin 29 Agustus. Untuk mengetahui informasi lebih lengkapnya, Saudara, sudah tersambung bersama dengan kami. Ada wartawan Tribun Flores, ada Robert Ropo yang akan memberikan informasi lebih lengkapnya untuk Anda. Halo, selamat petang Robert, silahkan dengan laporannya.
Baik, selamat petang juga Nila dan sahabat Tribuners. Dapat saya laporkan dari Manggarai, Kabupaten Manggarai, Provinsi Nusa Tenggara Timur, di mana pada kemarin hari Senin tanggal 29 Agustus 2022, pemerintah Kabupaten Manggarai, dalam hal ini Bupati Manggarai, Heribertus Nabit, didampingi Direktur Utama Bank NTT Hari Alexander Riwukaho melaunching pembayaran pajak secara online yang berlangsung di ruang lobi kantor Bupati Manggarai di Ruteng. Berdasarkan penjelasan dari Direktur Utama Bank NTT bahwa pelonsingan pembayaran secara online ini melalui kanal-kanal digital milik Bank NTT. Hal ini dilakukan dalam rangka bagaimana pihak Bank NTT membantu pemerintah daerah untuk mempermudah pembayaran pajak, baik pajak bumi dan bangunan, 9 pajak daerah, dan juga pajak bea hak atas tanah atau BPHTB. Di mana sementara itu Bupati Manggarai Heribertus GL Nabit menyampaikan terima kasih banyak kepada pemerintah daerah, dalam hal ini Bupati Manggarai dan Wakil Bupati Manggarai, dan juga kepada pemerintah Provinsi NTT bahwa pembayaran ini sebagai langkah untuk mempermudah masyarakat untuk membayar pajak secara online, di mana tidak harus membutuhkan waktu untuk pergi ke kantor atau instansi terkait, tetapi bisa saja dibayar melalui kanal-kanal yang disediakan oleh pihak Bank NTT. Menurutnya, selain mempermudah, juga pembayaran melalui secara online ini juga atau digital ini juga untuk bisa berpotensi akan meningkatkan efisiensi pendapatan ekonomi masyarakat, karena dari waktu dan juga hemat pembiayaan ketika pergi ke kantor untuk membayar. Meski demikian, Bupati Manggarai Heribertus Nabit sendiri menyatakan bahwa ini baru awal terkait dengan pembayaran. Namun ini baru awal dan ini di bagian hilir. Namun di hulunya perlu ada pendataan ulang. Salah satu yang difokuskan yaitu adalah di Kota Ruteng, Kecamatan Langkerembong, di mana adanya peningkatan atau kemajuan pembangunan di mana yang dulunya terjadi ada lahan-lahan kosong yang sekarang sudah ada bangunan, sudah ada parat bangunan, bahkan ada bangunan yang bertingkat sehingga perlu didata ulang. Demikian Nila dan sahabat Tribunnews, dapat saya kembalikan ke studio.
Baik, terima kasih banyak Robert Teropo, wartawan Tribun Flores melaporkan Tribuners. Kita beralih ke informasi selanjutnya. Beberapa aktivitas yang terjadi di Magelang, Jawa Tengah terungkap dalam rekonstruksi ulang yang digelar tim khusus di kawasan Duren 3 Jakarta pada Selasa hari ini terkait kasus pembunuhan Brigadir Yosua. Satu dari adegan yang ditayangkan adalah bagaimana Putri Chandrawati sedang tidur di dalam kamar. Kemudian terekam ada Brigadir J yang duduk di lantai kamar tersebut. Dalam rekonstruksi ini terlihat bagaimana Putri Chandrawati mengenakan baju serba putih meski sudah berstatus sebagai tersangka, yang mana Putri Chandrawati tidak mengenakan baju tahanan dalam rekonstruksi tersebut. Dalam adegan yang diberagakan oleh pemeran pengganti Brigadir Yosua, terlihat Putri Chandrawati digambarkan berada di dalam kamar dan sedang tidur. Tampak di sana Brigadir Yosua berada di samping kasur yang ditempati oleh Putri Chandrawati. Tak hanya itu, beberapa waktu berselang tampak juga Kuat Ma'ruf yang ikut duduk di samping Putri Chandrawati yang sedang tertidur. Di momen yang sama, dalam rekonstruksi tersebut juga diperagakan bagaimana tersangka Ricky Rizal terlibat menyerahkan senjata pada Barada Eliezer. Meski begitu, tak jelas apa maksud pemberian senjata tersebut. Dalam rekonstruksi ini, Putri Chandrawati tampak sehat dan sepenuhnya bisa menjelaskan insiden yang terjadi di Magelang. Ia bahkan beberapa kali memberikan arahan pada penyidik. Adegan apa yang terjadi yang diduga menjadi pemicu pembunuhan pada Brigadir Yosua? Saudara pengacara keluarga Brigadir Yosua, Kamarudin Simanjuntak, mengaku siap membantu Verdi Sambo untuk lolos dari jeratan hukuman mati. Namun Kamarudin mengatakan ada satu syarat penting yang harus dipenuhi Verdi Sambo, yakni meminta maaf pada keluarga besar Brigadir Yosua. Kamarudin menilai Irjen Verdi Sambo terlalu sombong di depan publik hingga tak sekalipun menyampaikan permintaan maaf pada keluarga korban. Apalagi Verdi Sambo hanya menyampaikan permohonan maaf kala sidang kode etik dan profesi Polri. Terkait pemecatan dirinya dari kepolisian, Kamarudin mengklaim bisa membantu Irjen Verdi Sambo agar lolos dari hukuman mati asalkan mantan Kadif Propam ini mau secara terbuka meminta maaf pada keluarga Brigadir J. Kamarudin pun berharap agar Verdi Sambo bisa bertaubat agar bisa lolos dari hukuman mati. Apabila mantan Kadif Propam itu tetap enggan meminta maaf, Kamarudin berjanji akan memberatkan hukuman Sambo sampai pidana hukuman mati. Pihak keluarga sendiri mengatakan sejauh ini Verdi Sambo belum pernah meminta maaf pada keluarga Yosua Huta Barat atas kasus pembunuhan yang terjadi, meski sudah meminta maaf saat melakukan sidang kode etik, namun permintaan maaf itu tidak pernah secara khusus ditujukan pada keluarga Brigadir J.
Oh my God, so much to talk about. Let's go.
This show is so great. Okay, first up, we have a tale of two companies big time, a tale of two pandemic darlings with two very different quarterly outcomes.
Peloton is basically on the precipice of, just being incinerated. And then Snowflake is firing on all cylinders. Our guy, Slootman, is just an absolute beast.
Yeah, he's the flamethrower right now.
A beast. He's like the Hulk of SaaS. Hulk Smash. That's his new nickname.
Really?
The Hulk. I want a t-shirt with Slootman as the Hulk. I think I might J-trade some snow.
It's amazing. I don't think that's a terrible idea. But don't trade
I'm trading on emotion.
Take a deep breath.
My best trades.
Count to 10. Then we're going to have Lon. And speaking of more drama, we got our guy Lon Harris back on the show for This Week in Streaming. And there's a lot to talk about there, too.
Yes, House of Dragon is out, and it set a massive record. Additionally, we play Stump Lon Harris, where Molly and I tell him our favorite shows, because we're both into the sci-fi fantasy kind of thing. And he tells us what to watch next. And Molly and I, our cues runneth over. Stick with us. It's going to be a great show.
This Week in Startups is brought to you by Odoo is a fully customizable and fully integrated suite of business apps that lets you build and scale your stack as you build and scale your business. Your first app is free forever, and right now Odoo is offering $1,000 off your first implementation pack at odoo.com/twist. That's odoo.com/twist. OpenPhone. As a startup founder, a lot of mistakes are easy to roll back, but using your personal cell phone number as your company number isn't one of them. OpenPhone makes it easy to get business phone numbers for you and your team, right on top of your existing devices. Visit openphone.com/twist to get 20% off your first 6 months. And lemon.io. Need to speed up your product development without draining your budget? Hire vetted engineers from Europe at lemon.io. Go to lemon.io/twist to get 15% off for the first 4 weeks.
All right, Molly, it's Thursday. That means we'll have This Week in Streaming with our friend Lon Harris. He got so many great suggestions. We're going to talk about the Dragons, HBO, General Zaslav, or as I call him, General Zod, like from Superman fame. Superman 2, the best Superman film ever.
Best metaphor. Like that is perfect and all
Zod.
I will ever see in my head when I think of him
the
from
son
now
of
on.
Jor-El. I love Zod. Kneel before Zod. But we've been wondering what's going to happen
Yeah.
with my Pelly Pal, not Pellegrino, Peloton.
Yeah.
I love my Peloton.
love
I would
Barry.
like to invest in that company, but I never have. What's happened? It's looking grim.
Well, kiddo, you're not going to now. Let me tell you. Peloton reported earnings for its fiscal Q4. The results were not good. Stock was down over 20% on Thursday right after the earnings report. Peloton's market cap is now $3.7 billion. Here are some notable numbers. Q4 cash, $1.2 billion. Q4 inventories, $1.1 billion, meaning that Peloton is currently sitting on over $1 billion worth of unsold inventory. And I'm just going to say, I know that when you're running out of money, you raise prices. That seems reasonable, but like I would have helped him out with that inventory problem. And then boom, price range. And I'm like, I can't do it. Come on, you're killing me. Q4 accounts payable, $797 million. Q4 revenue, $679 million. That was down 28% year over year and down 30% quarter over quarter. Q4 subscription revenue, $383 million. That's 56% of its total. That at least is up. That's 4% great. Quarter over quarter and up 36%.
They raised the prices 10%. Yeah. So
they raised the prices 10%. I mean, I think this is where like roll up that inventory and make it a subscription. Just do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't bring in cash fast enough. Maybe. I don't really know. Q4 paid subscribers about 3 million.
Up 27%
year over year. 27% year over year, though. Yeah. So
that's
people
nice.
They
got more subscribers. Yeah. People are still subscribing, which is great. That means they're maybe buying their own hardware as well and subscribing.
I guess so. Or maybe resubscribing, you know, like maybe they, I don't know, let it go. It's interesting, though. CEO Barry McCarthy is, and in the words of producer Nick, fighting for his life here. He told this story in his letter to shareholders. He wrote, quote, "In high school, I spent 3 summer months working on a cargo ship. After midnight on my second voyage, I was asleep when the alarm for general quarters woke me. My reporting station was on the bridge. Fear is a great motivator. I dressed while I ran. The 720-foot ship was doing 27 knots, and the helm was hard a lee." This is a shareholder letter, by the way.
Is this from Masayoshi-san?
Quick
or is
reminder.
this from Peloton?
Right? Like you really should. Can you pull up?
Where is this story going? I mean, do they wind up in the water with 1,000 sharks?
Stay with me. The ship was heeling sharply to starboard, and the steel hull was shuddering. The captain was trying to turn the ship around, but a ship that big going that fast takes miles and miles to change direction. We saved 2 men's lives that night. They'd been lost at sea in the Mediterranean for several days. A fortunate, happy ending. Peloton is like that cargo ship. We've sounded the alarm for general quarters. Everyone's at their station. We continue to add new inputs to evolve our go-to-market strategy to restore growth. When will the ship respond is the question. Our goal is fiscal year 2023.
In a time when men control the open seas. I mean, it sounds like an action film. At a time when people couldn't leave their homes and go to the gym, one hero created a bike with an iPad. They are
We didn't see that iceberg coming, nor did we see the end of the pandemic. We didn't see it. I mean, Barry wasn't there then. It's not.
No. Barry's the cleanup guy, and he is like, how bad is this going to get?
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't want to say this because it's going to wind up being an incredibly long bleep, but holy Sorry for the long bleeps, but this is not good. They have, this is where, remember I was thinking about buying the stock. I was going to J trade this, but then I was like, maybe I should buy the bonds because the bonds are senior to the equity. So looking at this, they're running out of cash fast. The inventory, 1.1 billion in inventory, that's worth like 200 million. Just discount that all the way down to 20%. Okay, so you got 200 million in inventory, best case, my estimation.
Look at
They got to pay. They got accounts payable of $800 million, and they've only got 1.2 billion in cash. So if they were to pay down their accounts payable, they're sitting on 400 million in cash, but their free cash flow went negative 411 million in this quarter. Are they 1 quarter away from flipping the car? The boat's going to sink in a quarter or two?
I mean,
is that what this is saying?
Where I feel like that's where they were the last time we talked about this, and nothing has changed so far.
Yeah.
Q4 net loss of $1.2 billion and Q4 free cash flow negative $411 million.
This is a disaster. I have to say, like, this is not looking good. When we talk, I've talked about this many times. This is my third big war, like I made it through World War I and World War II of like economic craziness. I don't want to have business like .com and Great Recession. Okay, I don't know if this is Vietnam, the Korean War, or World War III that we're going through right now in terms of the metaphor. Sorry for the war metaphors, but it's I'm a guy. And toxic masculinity, whatever. This is serious. Like in war, people die, like boats sink, and this is a sinking boat. Like this is tragic. It's
hard to lee, if you will, in the words of Barry McCarthy.
Yeah, I had to look up a lee.
I've never heard that phrase in my entire life.
A lee. This guy's dropping like maritime buzzwords on us.
I mean, you really do hate to see it. And he was handed a bad hand, right? Like dealt a bad hand. This is a rough situation for him to have had to walk into. I don't know how I wonder why no one has acquired Peloton yet. But if not, this feels like the quarter to do it, except that maybe even they are like,
You got to think they're talking to people. Like, how do we get out of this mess? And the easiest thing to get out of this mess would be for somebody to buy the asset and, put it into a stronger, and they could probably get the asset, for close to free, and you get 3 million subscribers. Pretty great. This thing is
you have subscribers. The brand has a ton of value. Like, where's Amazon here?
Well, with this Lena Khan, anti-conglomerate thing, I think you take a lot of the big, and I'm not saying I'm against that. You're taking a lot of the big acquirers out of the mix. So, Google, Apple, Amazon are like, if we're going to go to bat on buying something, maybe we shouldn't go to bat on Peloton. And this is where I think they said the general rubric here is companies with over $500 billion market caps or like monopoly positions are the ones who are going to be the most stringent. So who does that leave? Okay, the $100, $200 billion crowd. It's not a lot of people there. This is a challenge.
They did just enter into an e-commerce partnership to sell
on Amazon.
Pelotons on Amazon.
Well, duh. That's where the consumers are.
Duh. Right. Exactly.
I mean, the idea that you could avoid Amazon in today's day and age as a retailer, like this is a fantasy that people who are, had tons of venture money, kind of believe they could go direct and, capture all that margin. And then it turns out, sometimes you need distribution. So I like Magic Spoon. We had them on the pod, that protein cereal. Magic Spoon is on Amazon. So you don't have to buy a subscription. It's a hell of a lot. I think it's $15, $16 a box. And then I noticed they have a competitor now. So this is what happens. Like you get forced to go on Amazon where the Prime customers are.
Yeah.
But then what you'll see on Magic Spoon, if you look at related products, and so, I wanted to buy Magic Spoon, but I don't like opening another account and dealing with that. But then I saw them here. I was like, oh, maybe I'll order some. And then when I looked at related products, like people buy ads, what you'll see in is it related products or people search for this, search for that?
People also buy, if you scroll down even further.
Or if you just go here, look, right next to it, the second one, look at the second one up there. Click on the one next to Magic Spoon.
Protein and gluten-free breakfast cereal by blah, blah, blah.
So I don't know who this is. Right. 3 Wishes is now got a knockoff. You get 6 boxes for the price of the other one. Look at the price per, what is the price per ounce on this? I can't read it.
$1.89.
They cribbed the entire branding. So anyway, now Nick, take a look at the cost for the other one, for Magic Spoon.
$1 or $2. It looks like, but depending on it obviously varies by
So anyway,
box
there you have it,
size,
folks. That's what you're dealing with, right?
but none of it's 89 cents exactly. Would there have been a B2B play for Peloton? Like, could they have made a deal with Equinox? Like, just buy.
We talked about that, right? Like, what a great merger. Well, no, this is what I think. We have like one of
hotels.
those.
We talked about hotels.
Talked about hotels. There was we have like a communal gym at the resort where I have a ski house, and they have 2 Pelotons there. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll jump on a bike. I've never done it. I do the treadmill. And it was like, oh, you have to log in and type your login in. And I was like, why don't they have the QR code here? I was about to do it, but I got into the weights. But I think this would be the move. If I had a bunch of cash or a private equity, this is a free private equity play. Go buy Tonal, Hydro, and Peloton. And then go find gyms that are going out of business, or maybe a gym like 24-hour fitness, and put these assets together, come up with a brand name. Peloton seems like the best one to use. So make it the Peloton Hydro, make it the Peloton Tonal, and then just make it 24 hours a day. You come in anytime you want, like 24-hour fitness. And these could be like a different footprint size, and you could put them into apartment buildings or Flow, whatever you want, colleges, and you get access to all this equipment if you have a membership, and the membership allows you to go to any of those anywhere they are. It would be brilliant. Be brilliant. Because that's like recording everything is so much, it's such a game changer when you record all your workouts and you can see them in one interface. So right now, Apple Health lets me sync my Peloton workouts and my Tonal workouts, my Fitbod workouts. And then like if I do an outdoor, have an outdoor bike ride, outdoor walk, that's built into Apple. So I kind of see everything in one place. It's kind of nice that they can import the Peloton stuff. So this is why Apple could have a series of gyms, or Amazon could have a series of gyms. Like they're going into healthcare, and it's about prevention now. So if you put it under the health rubric, my Lord, what a great, imagine if because Amazon's doing retail. Imagine if Amazon, what do they call their quick service or their top stores? Like with the top 100 items, maybe they call it 5-star or 4-star, Amazon
something
4-star.
like that. Yeah, those stores are awesome. Those stores are like irresistible. Make that into a gym, or give the Apple branding. Apple and Peloton is such a like natural sort of feeling brand tie up, but it's also super far afield for them. Like, yeah, they sell premium hardware and they're good at making and selling premium hardware, but it feels like a stretch for Apple too. Like it's hard. You're right. With Amazon somewhat off the table because of antitrust, it's hard to think who would rescue them at this point, unless it's like Walmart or, we looked at hotel chains and they all have like the same market cap as Peloton. They don't even have enough anymore.
I'm going to say this is crazy,
Airbnb,
Molly.
Like,
here's a crazy idea for you.
Yeah.
Amazon buys a mall. Amazon buys a strip mall, whatever. Amazon buys a mall.
All
you
malls.
got your Amazon 4-star. You got an Amazon Books. You got an Amazon Go, the quick serve. You got the Amazon Fresh. You got a Whole Foods. And you have a Peloton store.
Yeah.
How great would that mall be? Or a strip mall? They should just do this as a pilot. Find a great strip mall in San Diego, the Bay Area or Los Angeles. They're all over the place. These strip malls where you have
100%.
maybe
and they're all like
40
empty.
parking spots and 5 stores, and it's like a framing store and a dry cleaner. Buy one of those, a 2-story one, and put in 4 Amazon stores. It'd become a sick destination.
I mean, honestly, I would buy everything there. I'm so sad to say it, but I would.
I mean, this is the thing. As consumers, you want convenience, and you want really great products. And Amazon is the most convenient of any product ever made for humans, aside from like maybe Uber and them.
Yeah.
Like those are the 2 most convenient. It'd be amazing.
The chat has a funny idea, which is that Flow could add Peloton to its houses.
Rivka,
Let's go,
get
Adam.
let's do the Tonal, and then we do a shot, and then we do Peloton. Okay, Rivka? The good stuff, okay? We put the $14.92 in the water cooler. Everybody loves the gym now, okay? It's genius. You want to go to the gym and do a shot? Let's go, shots in the gym. Drug Peloton class. Let's go, Flo. I'm here to make Molly laugh. Listen, if you're a founder or an employee of a startup, it's critical that you become capital efficient at a time like this. Fundraising, really hard. And your burn rate, hey, that might make you unfundable and you want to make that runway last as long as possible. Well, one great way to do that is to cut the cost of running all of these disparate SaaS applications. Why not run on one platform? And that one platform is called Odoo. Using Odoo's suite of business applications means you don't have to have a bunch of messy SaaS subscriptions everywhere that nobody's using, that are costing you all this money. You're getting charged on your credit cards every month. Nope. Everything you need is already in Odoo. All you have to do is turn it on, boop, when you're ready. And they'll only charge you for the apps you use. They want to grow with you. They want to support you. They have over 40 main apps and 16,000 apps from their open source community. We're talking about all the important stuff: sales, accounting, marketing, automation, HR, website builders, and so much more. And this will streamline your business. No more issues transferring your data back and forth and wasting time. Now it's time for the best part. The call to action on this is amazing. The first app you use on Odoo is free forever, okay? And they're so confident they're going to give you $1,000 credit on your first implementation pack. All you have to do is go to odoo.com/twist, odoo.com/twist for $1,000 off. That's odoo.com/twist.
One of your other favorite generals, not Zod, the other one, Slootman. Oh. This is a tale of two earnings reports that we have today. So if Peloton is almost is kissing right up to default dead, another pandemic darling is booming after
Let me guess. Revenue up. Look, a great growth company, 20 to 30%. I don't know the answer here. But if it's General Slootman, my guy, Slootman Zaslav.
Yep.
I'm going to guess Slootman is double.
Is double quarter over quarter
instead
or
year over year. Instead of 20 to 30%, I think he's 40 to 60.
This is Snowflake, by the way, that we're talking about. Cloud services provider Snowflake, just for those of you at home who might be trying to keep up.
What did he do?
Q2 revenue, $497 million, up 83% year over year.
What?
80.
What is that? That's good numbers for a Series A company.
Year over year. 18%
He's selling crack or
quarter.
fentanyl. When you buy Snowflake, do they give you fentanyl pills with it? Why is this thing so addicting to people?
I mean, I don't know. I don't even 1,000,000% understand what they do, except for print money, evidently. Net revenue retention rate of 171%. So Snowflake grew revenue 71% from the customers it already had. It was like, hey guys, you want to give us some more money? And they did.
This guy's got more net retention than El Chapo. I mean,
we need to send him a t-shirt that says that. More net retention than El Chapo.
This guy is, I mean.
Oh my God, it's incredible. Frank Slootman, only the government can print money. The rest of us have to take it from somebody else.
I mean,
he wrote and amped it up. Thank you, producer Rachel.
He's such a gangster. You know what? I'm making my own legion. I'm making my legion of super villain CEOs, like the most hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
And it's General Zaslav. I got Slootman. We're going to have to do our hardcore CEO draft. You got Slootman?
We definitely are, because I'm not sold on Zod yet. We'll see if this works for him.
And then you put Adam Newman in there. These are some hardcore people.
Some hardcore supervillain CEOs.
Put Jobs in there, Bill Gates.
I feel like Frank Slootman somewhere right now is like, excuse me, but I do not deserve this Adam Newman pairing.
Well, whatever. Newman's got his own super. Newman's like the Riddler. I mean, Slootman's Lex Luthor.
Yeah, he definitely is. Product gross profit. This is a fun one. $334.7 million, up 93% year over year.
Okay.
Gross profit up 93% year over year.
So he grew the top line 83%, and then he grew the bottom line an extra 10% on that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so he basically told everybody, I want to double revenue, but I want you to do it more profitably. Usually when you try to hit big numbers, you got to invest and spend money. Guy's a murderer.
Yeah.
I mean,
full on. They did have, interestingly, a Q2 net loss of $223 million.
They did. Oh, you know what? This might be also like either investment losses or stock-based comp. You know?
Yeah, totally.
It's probably a little stock-based comp in there.
Snowflake
right.
trades at the largest price to sales multiple of any public SaaS company. 29x. Yeah.
Well, you got the Slootman factor. I mean, this is like the Slootman factor is at work here. He slooted it.
He saluted it.
He slooted the whole company. I mean, this is what he did. He came in. He said, show me I want to meet every salesperson and I want to see your number. And then they brought him the numbers and they said, here's your number. Here's your new number, double. And they said, okay, well, what's the other option? He said, there's the option. And he pointed to the door. That's it. You double your revenue or there's the door. I'll find somebody who can. And you know what? Crazy goal. I bet you that's the goal he said. I want double.
Yeah.
Or you can pick door number 2, which by the way is door number 1 is you double your book of business. Door number 2 is there's the door. I'm sorry to bleep it out. There's another bleep for you, Rachel. That's it.
Fired up.
He saluted him. He saluted the sales team.
Yeah.
Salute the Slootman. You will salute the Slootman.
Earnings call, he said, Snowflake's next frontier of innovation is aimed at transforming how cloud applications are built, deployed, sold, and transacted. And then he went on to say, in the scariest threat to anybody else in this business you've ever heard in your entire life, we look forward to executing against this growth opportunity.
Did he just describe AWS or GitHub?
I mean,
I think he just described cloud compute. I think he just described all SaaS.
I think Salesforce, by the way, had like a down quarter. I think they everybody. Slootman is coming for everybody. He's like, oh, are you an awesome database? Are you cloud services? Are you the way that cloud services, cloud applications are built, deployed, sold, and transacted?
Well, that would mean an app store. Well, right. No, it's a business-to-business app store, which, by the way, Salesforce has an app store. It does incredibly well. We have a couple of startups that sell in the Salesforce app store. So you have Salesforce as your CRM, but then you plug in other things you need in your company, right?
Yep.
This, to me, feels like he's going after that, maybe.
Well, let me see. Salesforce reported earnings today, and it was like, they trimmed full year expectations for earnings and revenue because they're getting saluted. Dude, is that tower coming down and a snowflake's going up in downtown San Francisco?
No, man. He's like Dr. Freeze. He's going to come in there and he's going to just like manifest the first snowstorm in San Francisco history. He's going to come in here like global warming. There's a blizzard. He puts a blizzard on the Salesforce tower. This is like the action movie of earnings reports.
I
mean, can you imagine we're in the greatest financial turmoil since 2008? It's 15 years after that. And then Slootman's like, you know what? I'm just going to put up numbers. You guys can all cry in your coffee. You want to do a riff? Okay, riff. You guys can cry in your coffee. Reset expectations. You know what we're going to do? We're going to beat expectations.
Yeah.
This is what I like. I don't care what the conditions are out there. Let's play the game on the field.
Get it done.
We look
forward. Don't you have a chill? We look forward to executing against this growth opportunity.
Peloton is like people are jumping out the window, and then people at Snowflake are like literally taking the beach. You know, like they're just literally invading other markets.
Yeah,
just mountains of cash, crazy growth. They're banshees.
All right, now we got TV,
Vikings.
Action movies.
Sorry.
And
I'm so excited. I wish I was
exciting drama on the brain. It's time to toss to Lon Harris.
We got J-Trade here.
Our man, the Lawnster, here to talk. Oh, whoa, hold up. Not yet. Not yet. The glasses are coming on.
Sorry, I gotta open my Robinhood
app. The glasses are coming on.
I'm ready to Sloot. I need to put a bet on Slootman before the Fed makes a decision. God almighty, this just shows you great companies can be built in down markets. This guy's going to take over the world with this company. What if he starts buying other companies?
I don't know, man. He can do anything.
Here's Lon. All right, everybody, on the phone today is Open Phones founder Darina Kulia. Welcome to the program, Darina.
Thanks, Jason. Great to be here.
Now, what mistakes do most founders make with phone numbers in their startups?
Great question. First one is they use their personal phone number for their business. And it's an easy mistake to make because you don't necessarily think about it much. You know, you incorporate your company, you put your phone number, there's all these forms you fill out. It very quickly goes from being your personal number to being the number for the company. And when that happens, there are all these data aggregators and all kinds of services that take your number and put it everywhere.
Yeah.
Suddenly now there is this uptick in spam text messages.
It's the worst.
Yeah, and people just wonder, like, how are others getting my number? Well, let me tell you, you put it in different places and it kind of snowballed from there. So that's the first mistake.
Yes.
The second, which is initially as a founder, you're the salesperson. You're the only sales rep. And then you hire a first sales rep. And sometimes founders let that person use their personal phone number.
Oh, no.
That number, the data, everything that happens is just fully belongs to the sales rep. And if that person leaves,
You lose the entire history with your customers.
yeah,
And then what if that sales executive goes to a competitor?
exactly. Yep.
Okay, everybody, Twist listeners can get 20% off any plan for their first 6 months at Open Phone. Just go to openphone.com/twist. If you got an existing number, they'll port it right over for free. Head to openphone.com/twist today for 20% off. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the highlight of the week for all This Week in Startups listeners and Molly and myself. The amazing Lon Harris is here. He's at Lons on the Twitter, twitter.com, LONS. If you would like a great mixture of a classic coastal elite and a huge nerd who understands everything about film, this is the Twitter handle you've been waiting for. Lon,
Does this look like the home of a coastal elite to you?
it's a little bit of a joke. It's a little bit of a joke. This is not the coastal elite, but I do like that you put some. I mean, what's going on with these pictures on the wall? You punched up your background.
Oh, I put some art. Yeah, well, these were all over my apartment, but now that I'm on Zoom so often, I was like, I need a permanent sort of backdrop.
Did my sheets ever come? Did they get you the sheets or no?
We never did the sheet. We did not do the sheet.
Damn it.
The noties
Fresh.
ask about those just
All
about
right,
every week.
that's it. I'm going fresh.
Every week.
It was
Fresh.
a research thing. I was supposed to look into what are the good. I don't know. I don't know sheets, and I never did.
It's enough. It's enough. Presh, I want you to send 2 sets of sheets. Number 1 brand, the number 2 brand, up to $1,000 in sheets. But I want a duvet or something very nice. So when I'm talking to Lon on Thursdays, I get a nice view here. Okay? That's it.
Fair enough. I believe this is a queen. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All hail the queen. Speaking of the queen.
Hey, look at you.
House of Dragons came out and all of us have PTSD. Lon, what did you think?
I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's enough to keep me coming back for more. And it does feel like they made it feel like more Game of Thrones. Like it feels like a continuation of the original series enough that I feel like people are going to get back on board. And I think a lot of people almost wanted an excuse. Like they wanted to get back into Game of Thrones, but it ended on this kind of sour note. And they were just looking for, give me an excuse to get back into this. Give me something to hold on to. And I think it's good enough for that.
So it's the Rogue One. It's the Rogue One of the Star Wars universe. It pulled people back in after some missteps.
I do feel like the scale, I was saying this to Molly before we went live, I feel like the scale is a lot smaller in a weird way now. Like we went from, this is a show about the politics and of this whole world and all the different players and all the different houses. And this one feels a lot more like a personal story about a few of these characters. And I'm not sure how that's going to play over the course of multiple seasons. But for now, it feels like it's going to let them focus on a few characters and let them grow this sort of main storyline out more, which I like.
How did it do, Molly? Do we have any metrics yet on how this
Largest premiere in HBO's history, drawing almost 10 million viewers. There is some pent-up demand for Game of Thrones content, it appears.
Wait.
Yeah.
The largest premiere?
If you add up TV, HBO Online, and HBO Max, almost 10 million viewers, which is the most for any first weekend of an HBO show.
Yeah, ever.
That's wait, 10 million people watched it?
In like the first, I think 4 days, something like that. But they say,
cow.
Game of Thrones, it's front loaded. So almost like 40% of your views come in on Sunday for Game of Thrones. So
it's appointment, you'd say.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. But 10 million is very good for an HBO show. And obviously they sounded pleased.
People liked it. They got an 83% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes from 400 plus reviews. George R.R. Martin said, to your point about the kind of smaller world, that Game of Thrones was high fantasy and House of the Dragon is meant to be more of a Shakespearean tragedy. I thought that the responses I was surprised to see that 83% fresh rating, because I thought the responses were kind of all over the place. I personally, I don't want to watch anymore. I mean, you all know me to
Because
have
why?
low emotional bandwidth, and I don't like, I don't like these shows where like, but certainly like, I just don't want to see a show where like a lady gets carved up, but I'm supposed to feel fine about ladies in this world because one gets to be the queen. Like,
Well, I think
it's just yucky.
That very
And it's
violent.
gonna get worse.
Yeah, there's a very violent and disturbing birth surgery, sort of forced birth sequence in this that a lot of people found sort of objectionable. It is very difficult to watch. I think the creators almost compounded the problem because in advance of this show, they made a whole big thing about
Banyaknya tas mewah milik istri Verdi Sambo terekam dalam penampakan Tribunnews dalam rekonstruksi yang digelar di kawasan Duren 3, Jakarta Selatan. Proses rekonstruksi ini berlangsung di rumah pribadi Verdi Sambo yang ada di Jalan Saguling. Dalam rekonstruksi tersebut, Verdi Sambo terlihat baru muncul di reka adegan nomor 17. Suami Putri Chandrawati itu memasuki rumahnya dengan posisi tangan terikat dan memakai seragam tahanan berwarna oranye. Sementara baju di dalam baju tahanan tersebut adalah kemeja kerah berwarna putih. Terlihat Verdi Sambo menjalani reka adegan di ruang kerjanya yang ada di dalam rumah tersebut. Ruang kerja Verdi Sambo ini bisa dibilang sangat mewah, dengan kursi kerja mewah yang diapit bendera merah putih dan Polri. Kemudian rekonstruksi juga berpindah ke suatu tempat, tampak lorong berlampu warna hangat, diapit 2 lemari mewah yang didominasi dengan kaca. Di dalam lemari mewah itu terpajang tas mewah yang disusun secara apik. Belum diketahui milik siapa tas-tas mewah yang terdapat di rumah Verdi Sambo tersebut, namun kemungkinan besar tas mewah itu adalah milik sang istri, yakni Putri Chandrawati. Jika dihitung dengan jumlah etalase lemari, tas ini berjumlah hingga belasan. Selain deretan tas mewah yang terpajang, kalau Putri Chandrawati datang menjalani rekonstruksi, ia juga tampak mengenakan tas mahal dari brand ternama. Tas tersebut diperkirakan senilai puluhan juta rupiah. Di tengah proses rekonstruksi yang dijalani ex-Kadif Propam Polri Irjen Verdi Sambo, sang istri Putri Chandrawati tampak menangis. Momen itu terjadi di lantai 3 rumah pribadi Sambo yang menjadi lokasi keduanya merencanakan pembunuhan pada Brigadir Yosua. Dalam momen itu Putri menangis dan terlihat mengusap air matanya. Di samping Putri, Verdi Sambo yang mengenakan baju tahanan dan tangannya diborgol, terlihat mencium kening sang istri. Verdi Sambo juga mengelus wajah sang istri seakan menenangkannya. Setelah momen tersebut, keduanya kemudian melanjutkan proses rekonstruksi. Verdi Sambo terlihat memegang walkie-talkie menghubungi seseorang dalam reka adegan tersebut. Dalam reka adegan keduanya, Putri Chandrawati kemudian keluar dari ruangan itu. Kepala Divisi Humas Mabes Polri Irjen Dedi Prasetyo menegaskan ada setidaknya 78 adegan rekonstruksi yang berlangsung di 2 tempat, yakni di Jalan Saguling dan di TKP Rumah Dinas Irjen Verdi Sambo. Seluruh tersangka juga hadir dalam proses rekonstruksi tersebut. Setidaknya kelima tersangka kasus pembunuhan terhadap Brigadir Yosua saling bertemu dalam rekonstruksi yang digelar pada hari ini. Hanya saja yang menjadi sorotan adalah momen kala Barada Eliezer ada dalam satu ruangan bersama dengan Irjen Verdi Sambo. Meski dalam setiap adegan bersama Sambo, Barada Eliezer selalu diwakilkan oleh pemeran pengganti. Namun ada momen kala Sambo melihat Richard menjalani rekonstruksi. Dalam rekonstruksi yang digelar di ruang tengah rumah tersebut, ada momen Irjen Verdi Sambo menyaksikan Barada Eliezer yang sedang menjalani rekonstruksi di tangga rumahnya. Meski mereka pada akhirnya tak saling bertatap muka, namun terekam kala Sambo menyaksikan Barada Eliezer menjalani rekonstruksi. Sambo beberapa kali melihat ke arah Barada Eliezer, namun tak sekalipun Barada Eliezer melihat ke arah Verdi Sambo. Setiap adegan dalam proses rekonstruksi, Barada E selalu digantikan dengan pemeran pengganti. Setiap kali harus berhadapan dengan atasannya, yakni Verdi Sambo. Kadif Humas Polri Irjen Pol Dedi Prasetyo menerangkan, penggantian tersebut merupakan permintaan dari LPSK Kepolisian juga mengatakan seorang tersangka boleh meminta untuk menggunakan pemeran pengganti apabila merasa tak ingin menjalani adegan yang diminta dalam keseluruhan proses rekonstruksi. Tribunnews, 5 orang yang ditetapkan sebagai tersangka dalam kasus pembunuhan berencana Brigadir Nofriansyah Yosua Huta Barat mengikuti rekonstruksi yang digelar oleh pihak kepolisian. Rekonstruksi dimulai dari situasi di Magelang, Jawa Tengah yang kemudian dipindah reka adegannya di sebuah ruangan di Saguling, rumah pribadi Irjen Verdi Sambo. Dalam reka adegan ini, Putri Chandrawati, istri Verdi Sambo, terlihat berbaring menggunakan setelan putih. Di samping Putri, seorang asisten rumah tangga dan juga ada tersangka Kuat Ma'ruf, sopir pribadi dari Irjen Verdi Sambo. Terlihat Putri Chandrawati ini mengenakan atau menggunakan telepon sambil berbaring di depan asisten rumah tangganya dan juga tersangka Kuat Ma'ruf. Dalam momen itu melalui adegan yang ditandai dengan identifikasi 10, tampak Bribka Riki Rizal pertama kali masuk atau datang menghampiri Putri Chandrawati. Kemudian Bribka Riki terekam adegan melakukan serah terima senjata dengan Richard Eliezer. Kemudian dalam identifikasi ke-12 yang berada di kamar Putri Chandrawati, terlihat Brigadir Yosua duduk bersila berjarak sekitar 1 meter dari ranjang yang ditiduri Putri Chandrawati. Identifikasi berlanjut sampai identifikasi ke-14 yang diperlihatkan kala Putri Chandrawati sedang menelepon dengan posisi tertidur. Putri kemudian menemui Bribka Riki Rizal dan sempat berbincang. Setelah selesai, Bribka Riki Rizal kemudian mengambil senjata api laras panjang dan mengajak Baradae keluar rumah. Dari momen itu diketahui bahwa sebelum Brigadir J ada di dalam kamar Putri Chandrawati, sudah ada ajudan lain yakni Bribka RR yang terlebih dahulu berbincang dengan istri Verdi Sambo tersebut. Sementara itu, Tribunnews, tampak tak ada adegan pelecehan yang ditampilkan dalam setiap rekonstruksi ulang yang digelar oleh tim sus pada Selasa hari ini. Jalannya rekonstruksi berada di 2 lokasi, yakni di Saguling dan juga di Duren 3. Namun, di Saguling ada kejadian di Magelang yang juga diperagakan. Menurut pakar hukum Universitas Al-Azhar Indonesia, Suparji Ahmad, yang menjadi masalah saat rekonstruksi adalah pengakuan pelecehan seksual yang dibuat Putri Chandrawati karena bentuk pelecehan seksual yang terjadi tidak nampak secara eksplisit. Menurutnya, adegan pelecehan seksual tidak harus diperagakan 100%, cukup ada indikasi yang mengarah terhadap kejadian tersebut. Namun dalam proses rekonstruksi yang berjumlah 78 adegan ini, terlihat tak ada adegan yang menunjukkan adanya pelecehan seksual. Hanya saja adegan yang ditampilkan adalah reka adegan di Magelang, yang mana ada Brigadir J yang duduk di dekat kasur Putri Chandrawati kala istri Sambo tersebut sedang tidur. Tak jelas apa yang terjadi di kamar itu karena tak ada adegan lain yang ditunjukkan dalam rekonstruksi selain momen saat Brigadir J duduk di dekat Putri Chandrawati. Kemudian saudara, detik-detik Brigadir Nofriansyah Yosua Huta Barat alias Brigadir J tewas ditembak terungkap dalam rekonstruksi di rumah dinas ex-Kadif Propam Polri Irjen Verdi Sambo yang ada di Kompleks Polri Duren 3 Jakarta. Dalam rekonstruksi terlihat saat kejadian Brigadir J tampak terkapar di samping tangga rumah dinas Verdi Sambo. Dalam reka adegan di rumah tengah ini tampak ada Verdi Sambo dan juga Barada Richard Eliezer. Brigadir E yang Baradae maksud saya yang diperagakan pemeran pengganti berdiri tepat di samping Irjen Verdi Sambo yang tampak berhadapan dengan Brigadir J seperti apa yang Anda saksikan saat ini, Tribunnews. Verdi Sambo kemudian terlihat seperti memperagakan tengah memegang senjata, begitu juga Barada Eliezer yang telah diwakilkan oleh pemeran pengganti yang memakai baju tahanan seperti yang Anda saksikan. Ini adalah Verdi Sambo kemudian yang memakai kaos berwarna merah dan sedang mengacungkan senjata merupakan Barada Eliezer yang telah diperagakan oleh sosok lain. Brigadir J dalam momen itu tampak berlutut dan meletakkan tangannya di depan dada seolah tampak memohon ampun. Barada Eliezer lantas melesatkan tembakan yang disaksikan oleh Ferdi Sambo. Seketika, Brigadir J pun langsung tergeletak di lantai dalam posisi terlungkup di bawah tangga. Setelah itu, Ferdi Sambo kemudian terlihat menghampiri tubuh Brigadir J yang sudah tergeletak. Lalu ia diduga mengeluarkan pistolnya dan menembak Brigadir J sebelum kemudian menembak ke arah dinding rumah dinasnya. Total ada 78 adegan yang diperagakan dalam proses rekonstruksi yang digelar pada Selasa hari ini. Dalam rekonstruksi, penyidik menghadirkan langsung 5 tersangka, yakni Ferdi Sambo, Putri Chandrawati, Barada Richard Eliezer atau Baradae, Bribka Riki Rizal atau Brigadir RR, dan juga Kuat Ma'ruf. Ferdi Sambo sepenuhnya melakukan adegan dalam rekonstruksi tersebut tanpa diwakilkan oleh siapapun selama proses rekonstruksi yang dijalani di rumah dinasnya di Duren 3 Kompleks Polri. Namun Barada Eliezer tak pernah berhadapan secara langsung dalam satu adegan dengan Ferdi Sambo. Ya, dalam rekonstruksi kasus pembunuhan Brigadir Yosua, Tribunnews terungkap fakta baru bahwa pistol milik Irjen Ferdi Sambo sempat terjatuh sebelum pembunuhan. Adegan ini juga dilakukan dalam rekonstruksi ulang yang digelar di Duren 3 Kompleks Polri pada Selasa hari ini. Dalam rekonstruksi, mobil yang ditumpangi Ferdi Sambo ini sempat memutar balik di depan rumah ke arah rumah pribadinya di Jalan Saguling Duren 3 Jakarta Selatan. Setelah itu Ferdi Sambo turun dari mobilnya dan berjalan menuju pintu gerbang. Kala itu Ferdi Sambo memperagakan adegan kala pistol Glock 26 yang dibawa dirinya terjatuh. Pistol itu kemudian sempat ingin dipungut atau diambil oleh ajudannya yang bernama Romer, namun secara tegas dilarang oleh Ferdi Sambo. Dalam rekonstruksi ini, Ferdi Sambo terlihat memungut pistol Glock 26 tersebut dengan tangannya sendiri yang telah menggunakan sarung tangan hitam. Ferdi Sambo kemudian masuk ke dalam rumah sebelum terjadinya penembakan. Full adegan detik-detik tewasnya Brigadir Yosua Huta Barat akhirnya terungkap dalam rekonstruksi yang digelar Senin hari ini setelah sempat simpang siur. Dalam reka adegan tersebut terungkap bagaimana kondisi terakhir Brigadir Yosua yang tampak memohon ampun sebelum ditembak. Tampak dalam rekonstruksi, tersangka Bribka Riki Rizal dan juga tersangka Kuat Ma'ruf ini sempat mencari keberadaan Brigadir J yang kala itu berada di halaman rumah dinas Irjen Ferdi Sambo. Setelah berbincang, keduanya kemudian mengajak Brigadir J masuk ke dalam rumah. Dalam adegan ini terlihat bagaimana Barada Eliezer memperagakan sedang menodongkan pistol ke arah Brigadir J. Saat rekonstruksi awal, tak tampak ada Ferdi Sambo di dalam ruang tamu tersebut, namun terlihat adegan bagaimana Barada Eliezer menodongkan pistol ke arah Brigadir J yang diwakilkan oleh pemeran pengganti yang mengenakan kaos berwarna putih. Terlihat Brigadir J sempat mengangkat tangannya di depan dada dan memohon ampun. Kemudian dalam adegan lain juga tampak Brigadir J yang sudah tak berdiri, namun tampak menundukkan badannya kala Barada Eliezer menodongkan pistol tepat di hadapannya. Dalam adegan lain, Baradae yang diperagakan oleh pemeran pengganti kemudian terlihat berdiri di samping Irjen Ferdi Sambo. Kala itu, Brigadir J tepat persis ada di depan dua tersangka dan menundukkan badannya seraya tangannya memohon ampun. Adegan selanjutnya terlihat bagaimana Brigadir J terkapar karena tembakan dari Barada Eliezer. Ia terjatuh dan terkapar di samping tangga rumah. Kala itu Ferdi Sambo bahkan terekam masih mendekati tubuh Brigadir J dan diduga melesatkan tembakan. Setelahnya, Sambo langsung menembaki dinding rumahnya beberapa kali dan dipraktekkan dalam keseluruhan rekonstruksi. Brigadir J tewas dengan posisi terlungkup di samping tangga rumah dinas atasannya tersebut. Informasi tadi sekaligus menutup perjumpaan kita dalam live update petang kali ini Tribuners. Jangan lupa terus menyaksikan live update petang setiap harinya untuk memperbarui informasi Anda. Terima kasih atas kebersamaan Anda kali ini. Saya Nila Irda beserta kru yang bertugas pamit undur diri. Terima kasih dan sampai jumpa.
Jangan lupa like, subscribe, dan share ya!